and U.S. national team coach Jimmy Pedro. And if we could have Kayla start out with a statement, that'd be great.
Well, today I won my second Olympic gold medal. I'm the first person in my division to ever do that. I'm the first person from America to ever do that. It's been a long 4 years. It's probably been the hardest 4 years of my life, thanks to this guy next to me and his father. They've pushed me harder than I ever thought I could be pushed. I've done more tournaments than you even want to hear about in places that I can't even pronounce. I fought when I'm sick, I fought when I'm injured, I fought when I'm tired. And it was all to prepare me for this day. And a lot of times I questioned it, but now I don't question it anymore. These Pedros know what they're doing, and I'm really happy and proud to be able to bring another gold medal home to Team USA.
We'll open it up for any questions.
Kayla, congratulations. Remarkable accomplishment. And if you could first of all just talk about the match today, and then what I'm assuming is my own words, elation or whatever the feelings, emotions were with knowing that you being able to defend your gold medal.
Yeah, well, I didn't have an easy road by any means. I started off my first match against a Chinese girl who is tough, and I haven't fought her in a long time, so a little weary. I'm always slowest in my first match. I get better as the day goes on, so Jimmy was really good about getting me up for that, making sure that I was in the fight and that I realized this is the Olympics. And once I won that match, it was kind of just gravy. It was all about staying on form. My next match was against the Hungarian girl who I've actually only beaten. The only other time I beat her was at the last Olympics. She's the only girl in the division who has a winning record against me. So she's a little bit like my bogeyman, but we had a game plan, we stuck to it, and I was able to just wear her down and again go to the ground and finish the match. And then my semifinal was against the Slovenian girl who I fought I think 9 times, and I've beaten her 9 times. So I knew as long as I was a disciplined athlete and I did exactly what I've been trained to do my whole life, I was going to be in my second Olympic final. And then in the final, I was surprised to face the French girl. I thought for sure the Brazilian was going to win on home turf, and it was going to be this beautiful, poetic thing, but it wasn't. And Audrey she's so strong physically. But we knew that if I weathered the storm for the first 2 minutes and I just took it to her, she wouldn't be able to keep my pace. And I was able to get her with 2 penalties. I was up by 2 penalties with about 30 seconds left. She dropped to the mat. I saw the arm, I saw the opportunity, and I took it.
And the emotions
the emotions. Yeah, I don't know that words can really describe it. It's almost unbelievable. Like, I thought being the first American to win a gold medal, I thought that high, that there would never be anything to top it, but I was wrong. Being 2-time Olympic champion tops it for sure. It's just, it's not just my lifetime, it's not just a lifetime of sacrifice on my part, but it's a lifetime of sacrifice on Jimmy's part and his father, who's been in this sport for 40 years. And the program that they have truly builds champions. My teammate Travis went to his 3rd Olympics, just took a silver medal 2 days ago. We have probably the best team that the United States has ever had in Judo, and to be able to be a part of that legacy and to carry on the Pedro's legacy, for me, is a huge honor.
Anybody else? Right there.
Obviously, London was a great win, but in light of everything that you've been through personally in the last couple of years, does it make this one feel more important? Obviously, they're both great wins, but in light of everything personally that you've dealt with in the last couple of years, how important is this one?
It's been, like I said, I think this has probably been the hardest 4 years of my life, not just physically. I had to undergo reconstructive knee surgery. Mentally, I had some trouble with my family. Some hard times hit us. And all I can say is that I'm a truly fortunate person to be surrounded by the people that I'm surrounded by, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today. They helped build me up when I'm broken down, and I'm really thankful for that.
This is for Coach Pedro. I just like your perspective of what's special about Kayla, because I mean, this just doesn't happen, right? The career that she's been able to put together as an American judo athlete.
She's a young lady that's overcome such adversity in her life that no judo match can compare to what she's been through. It's nothing to her. And as an athlete, she's willing to give 100% of herself. She does everything that's expected of her. She does all the training. She listens. She adapts. She can follow a game plan. She never skips a workout. I mean, she's as dedicated as they come, and she's as mentally tough as any athlete I've ever coached.
Thanks.
Kayla, you mentioned that you were hoping to fight Myra in the final. Are you obsessed that you didn't get the chance? I guess you were 7-7 against each other, right?
We're actually 8-7. I have the winning record on that one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can only fight whoever's in front of you, and if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So I was expecting Myra because Audrey usually struggles against lefties, and this is Myra's country, this is her soil. But it's the Olympics, anything can happen, and I knew whoever I stepped on the mat against was just another person in my way.
Did you watch her semifinal?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the match?
It was a tight match, but for some reason I think Myra was a little hesitant. I think she was maybe, there's a lot of pressure, you know, to be in the semifinals of the Olympic Games in your home country, and the crowd is very crazy. I think it was maybe just too much pressure. And honestly, Audrey's so strong. I think it's really difficult to deal with her strength. She can overpower you very easily, and I knew whoever got the first penalty was going to win that match because they lead from the front, you know, they're front runners. So whoever won that first penalty was probably going to win the match.
Kayla, talking with your mother, she said that you were probably inspired or fired up by the boos against her. And then along those lines, what should people take from you and what you've gone through and what you've battled back from and able to overcome that? How was that give you the strength you have now?
Yeah, so if you saw my mom, she's wearing a Kayla Harrison t-shirt, and on it says Fearless, and that's my foundation. But not only is it my foundation for survivors of sexual abuse, but it's sort of become my personal mantra. You know, it's become my personal saying to myself, you know, Kayla Harrison, fearless, unleash. And it's something that Jimmy says to me all the time. It's something that I strive to be in everyday life, not just on the tatami, but off the tatami. And booze, I've never been the bad girl before, so it was a little bit fun for me to be the villain. But it's the Olympic Games, you know. I show up, I'm ready. I love the biggest stage in the world. There's no greater high than competing on that stage.
Are the reports correct that you're retiring? And if so, what's next for you?
Yes, I'm done. You know, I think one of the reasons that I really struggled this last 4 years is because once you've become Olympic champion, the passion goes out of you a little bit, and you sort of, 4 years is a long time for one day. But again, Jimmy and Big Jim really made sure that I was prepared mentally, physically, all of the above. And I realized that going through what I went through for the last 4 years had better be worth it. I'd better walk away with some hardware and nothing but gold. But now I'm two-time Olympic champion. I'm world champion. I'm junior world champion. Two-time Pan Am Games champion. I mean, what else is there for me to do in judo? I think my job now is to help grow the sport, bring it to new levels in the United States, and share my passion for it, because I do think it is an amazing sport that has something to offer for everyone. And as for what the future holds, right now that's my main priority, and also, of course, working on my foundation and getting that started and getting everything going with that.
How about MMA?
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, you guys love it, huh? You know, I really hope it's just so different from this, right? Like, it's such a different atmosphere from the Olympic stage. I did get booed today, so maybe I will be a little okay with it. But you know, after a match, you shake the person's hand and you give them a hug and you bow to them to show respect. And in MMA, it's not like that. And I don't know if I'm cut out for a world where you get fights based on how pretty you are and how much you talk, and not necessarily what you're worth in the ring. So for me right now, it's just going to be focused on being two-time Olympic champion, enjoy the moment, live in the moment, and never say never, but right now the answer is no to MMA.
You said something just now about getting fights based on how pretty you are, and you said something before that about growing the sport. Do you think you are going to have a significant influence on young women across the country now, not just to take up a combat sport, but to know that it's okay not just to be a strong girl, but to look like a strong girl?
Absolutely. I think that, that's my goal, is to inspire the next generation. And, our society is changing. For the first time ever, the U.S. team has more women on it than men. And I think that that's a big indicator of where we're going. And I want young girls all over the country and all over the world to know that it's okay to be strong. It's okay to be healthy. It's okay to be confident. Whether you do martial arts or you don't do martial arts, whoever you are, be your true self, because that's what's beautiful. Not what the magazines say, not what people try and tell you. Be true to yourself and you're a beautiful person.
Kayla back here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi.
You talked about that very important difference between the respect of judo and the showmanship of MMA. We also talked about wanting that big platform. There's probably no bigger platform in combat sports now. Do you think about that when you're making this decision, the ability to have that platform?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, I'm going to have to talk, not tonight, maybe not for a while, but I'm going to have to talk to Jimmy. I'm going to have to talk to Big Jim. I'm going to have to talk to my manager and see what offers are out there, see what it is that I'm going to do. Who doesn't want to be rich and famous at some point in their life? I think I yearn for that, but I also see the platform. I see how many eyes watch MMA and how much reach I could have with something like that. So it is tempting, but then again, I just won an Olympic gold medal on the biggest stage in the world. So are there going to be more eyes on me there or right now?
Thank you. Anybody else?
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.